Ladies and gentlemen, success is not a matter of luck. It's the result of a mindset, a commitment to personal growth, and a relentless pursuit of excellence. Today, I want to share with you the mindset that propels ordinary people to extraordinary heights, the mindset of being driven. Being driven is not about working harder, it's about working smarter. It's about cultivating the right mental attitude, setting goals that challenge you, and pushing yourself beyond your limits. This is the mindset of a high achiever, someone who understands that true success is built on constant improvement and consistent action. Setting clear and specific goals is the first step towards achieving success. It's not enough to say, I want to be successful, or I want to be better. These are vague desires, not actionable objectives. To succeed, you need to define exactly what success looks like for you. This clarity will serve as your roadmap, guiding your actions and decisions every step of the way. Without this sense of direction, you are essentially drifting, hoping that things will fall into place by chance. When you set a goal, it's essential to be specific. A clear goal is one that is well-defined and measurable. Instead of saying, I want to improve my health, set a goal like, I want to lose 10 pounds in the next 3 months by working out 3 times a week and eating healthier. This gives you a target, a deadline, and an actionable plan. The more specific your goal, the easier it will be to stay focused and track your progress. This specificity transforms a vague desire into a concrete, achievable objective. Additionally, clear goals help you prioritize your effort. Life is filled with distractions, and it's easy to become sidetracked by things that seem urgent but are not truly important. When your goals are clear, they serve as a filter for your daily actions. You'll be able to assess whether each opportunity or task aligns with your overall objective. If it doesn't, you can say no without hesitation, staying focused on what matters most. This eliminates the unnecessary noise and helps you dedicate your time and energy to the things that move you closer to your goals. The power of clarity extends beyond just setting goals. It also involves visualizing your success and committing to it mentally. The act of visualization helps create a mental image of your goal already being accomplished. This visualization serves as a constant reminder of what you're working towards and reinforces your commitment to achieving it. The clearer your vision, the more powerful your motivation becomes. Your mind starts to see the goal as a tangible reality, making it easier for you to take action towards it every day. Setting clear goals also provides you with a sense of purpose and direction. When you wake up each day, you'll know exactly what you need to do to move closer to your objectives. You no longer waste time wondering what your next step should be. Each action becomes purposeful and driven by your commitment to reaching your goal. This sense of direction brings a higher level of focus and productivity, as you are not just working aimlessly, but working with intention and clarity. Moreover, clear goals create accountability. When you set a specific goal with a deadline, you're holding yourself accountable to achieve it. You cannot hide behind vague objectives or excuses. You know exactly what you need to do and the timeline in which it needs to be done. This accountability is powerful because it forces you to take responsibility for your actions. When you are accountable, there is no room for procrastination or rationalizing your failure to act. The goal becomes non-negotiable, pushing you to take consistent action. It's important to note that goals should be challenging, yet achievable. Setting goals that are too easy may not push you to reach your full potential, while setting goals that are too difficult can lead to frustration and burnout. The key is to find the balance between challenge and attainability. A well-structured goal stretches you outside your comfort zone, but still feels within reach. It should be something that excites you and motivates you to push past your limits, but without overwhelming you. Finally, the process of setting goals is dynamic. Your goals should not be static or rigid. They should evolve as you grow and learn. As you progress, you may realize that your initial goals need to be refined or adjusted to better reflect your new ambitions and circumstances. Flexibility is important because life is unpredictable, and the ability to adapt is one of the hallmarks of success. Regularly reviewing and refining your goals ensures that they remain relevant and aligned with your ongoing growth and aspirations. Belief in your potential is the cornerstone of success. Without the belief that you can achieve your goals, no amount of effort or planning will propel you forward. The most powerful tool at your disposal is your mindset. And it all begins with the understanding that you are capable of achieving great things. If you doubt your ability to succeed, every obstacle will seem insurmountable, and every failure will feel like proof that you're not cut out for success. But when you believe in your potential, challenges become opportunities, and setbacks are simply stepping stones toward success. The first step in developing a belief in your potential is recognizing that success is not determined by inherent talent alone. While talent can provide an advantage, it is not the deciding factor in whether someone achieves their goal. People who believe in their potential understand that success is a result of hard work, perseverance, and a commitment to personal growth. They do not attribute their achievements to luck or external circumstances. They attribute them to the decisions they make and the actions they take. By taking ownership of their journey, they reinforce their belief in their ability to succeed. Self-doubt is often a result of comparison. It's easy to look at someone else's achievements and feel inadequate, but this comparison only serves to undermine your confidence. Believing in your potential means understanding that your path is unique. Your circumstances, experiences, and strengths are different from anyone else's, and your success will unfold in its own time. Focusing on your own growth and progress, rather than measuring yourself against others, allows you to stay grounded in your belief that your success is inevitable. Another critical aspect of believing in your potential is overcoming the fear of failure. Failure is often seen as a sign of inadequacy or defeat, but it is actually an essential part of the growth process. People who believe in their potential understand that failure is not a reflection of their abilities, but rather a learning opportunity. Every setback provides valuable insights that help refine strategies and improve skills. Embracing failure as a natural part of the journey strengthens your belief in your potential, because you come to understand that failure is not permanent. It's simply a temporary detour on the way to success. One of the most important factors in cultivating belief in your potential is developing a growth mindset. Those with the growth mindset understand that their abilities and intelligence can be developed through dedication and effort. This contrasts with the fixed mindset, where individuals believe that their talents are innate and unchangeable. By adopting a growth mindset, you empower yourself to continuously improve. When you believe that you can always learn, grow, and evolve, you free yourself from the limitations of self-doubt and open the door to endless possibilities. Surrounding yourself with positive influences is another key to strengthening your belief in your potential. The people you interact with on a daily basis have a profound impact on your mindset. If you spend time with individuals who are supportive, optimistic, and encouraging, their belief in you will fuel your own belief. On the other hand, negative influences, those who doubt your abilities, belittle your dreams, or undermine your confidence, will reinforce your insecurity. The power of community cannot be underestimated. And when you're in an environment that nurtures your growth and believes in your potential, you'll naturally begin to believe in yourself. Belief in your potential is also deeply connected to taking consistent action. It's one thing to believe that you have the ability to succeed, but it's another to demonstrate that belief through your actions. When you take consistent action, even in small steps, you're sending a message to your subconscious that you are capable and deserving of success. Each action you take reinforces the belief that you can achieve your goals. When you consistently show up and do the work, you begin to see results, and these results build confidence. The more evidence you gather that your actions are leading to success, the stronger your belief in your potential becomes. Finally, self-affirmation plays a powerful role in reinforcing your belief in your potential. The way you speak to yourself shapes your mindset and influences how you perceive your capabilities. If you constantly tell yourself that you're not good enough, that success is out of reach, or that you'll never make it, you are reinforcing the very beliefs that will hold you back. On the other hand, when you affirm your strengths, acknowledge your progress, and remind yourself of your ability to succeed, you create a mindset of empowerment. Positive self-talk shifts your focus from limitations to possibilities, helping you to believe in your potential even when external circumstances seem challenging. A sense of urgency is the catalyst that transforms goals into action. Without urgency, ideas and plans can remain mere dreams, floating in the realm of possibility but never moving toward reality. People who embrace a sense of urgency understand that time is finite and every moment is precious. They don't waste time waiting for the perfect moment to take action, nor do they allow procrastination to derail their progress. They recognize that success doesn't wait for anyone, and that delaying action is often the biggest barrier to achieving one's goal. To cultivate a sense of urgency, one must develop an acute awareness of the value of time and the consequences of delay. The first step to embracing urgency is understanding that time is the one resource that can never be replenished. You can always make more money, gain new skills, or build new relationships, but time lost is gone forever. High achievers live with this understanding at the forefront of their mind. They do not put off tasks for later, because they know that the longer they delay, the further they push their success into the future. This awareness leads to more decisive actions and fewer wasted opportunities. Each day becomes an opportunity to move closer to your goals, and this mindset drives individuals to make the most of every moment. Procrastination, which often arises from a lack of urgency, is one of the greatest obstacles to success. People who procrastinate tend to overestimate the time they have and underestimate the importance of taking immediate action. They may tell themselves they have plenty of time, or they may wait for external circumstances to align before moving forward. But the reality is that waiting for the perfect moment is a form of self-deception. The perfect moment never comes. Action must be taken regardless of external conditions. By embracing a sense of urgency, you move past hesitation and act even if the circumstances are not ideal. This consistent action taken in the face of imperfection is what propels success. Creating urgency also involves setting tight deadlines. When you give yourself a timeline, you create a sense of accountability and prevent yourself from dragging your feet. Deadlines act as a catalyst for action, urging you to focus and execute. People who have a sense of urgency do not let deadlines pass without meeting them. They break their larger goals into smaller, more manageable tasks with specific time frames, ensuring that they stay on track. A well-defined deadline prevents distractions and forces you to prioritize your most important activities. The pressure of a deadline can also push you to perform at a higher level, tapping into your full potential and increasing your productivity. A sense of urgency also comes from an understanding of the costs of inaction. When you take no action toward your goals, you not only lose time but also miss out on opportunities for growth, connection, and learning. Delaying action often results in missed chances, whether it's a job opportunity, a business deal, or a personal development moment. High achievers are keenly aware that their decisions today determine the results of tomorrow. They do not take a passive approach to life, waiting for opportunities to present themselves. Instead, they proactively seek opportunities and take action immediately, knowing that the sooner they act, the more likely they are to reap the reward. Embracing a sense of urgency also means learning to avoid distractions. In today's world, distractions are abundant, and they can easily steal time away from what truly matters. High achievers understand that time spent on distractions is time lost. They set boundaries, eliminate time-wasting activities, and stay focused on the tasks that align with their goals. They understand that success demands focus, and they avoid the trap of busyness, which often masquerades as productivity. Instead of getting caught up in the urgency of minor tasks, they prioritize the actions that have the highest impact on their long-term objectives. Moreover, a sense of urgency creates momentum. Once you take action and begin moving toward your goals, the process of momentum kicks in. Momentum is the driving force that pushes you to keep going, even when challenges arise. Continuous improvement is not just a strategy, it's a mindset that shapes the behavior of high achievers. The belief that there is always room for growth drives individuals to constantly evolve and refine their skills, knowledge, and approach to life. It's about adopting a mindset that sees progress rather than perfection as the ultimate goal. The pursuit of excellence is never truly finished. It's a lifelong commitment to becoming better than you were yesterday. Those who focus on continuous improvement understand that every day presents a new opportunity to enhance their abilities, and they take full advantage of that opportunity. One of the fundamental aspects of continuous improvement is self-awareness. Without awareness, it's difficult to identify areas for growth. Successful individuals regularly evaluate their actions, performance, and mindset. They are honest with themselves about their strengths and weaknesses, acknowledging both what they excel at and where they need to improve. This self-awareness is key to developing a plan for growth. It allows them to make informed decisions about where to direct their energy and how to prioritize their development. Whether it's improving a technical skill, refining a personal habit, or developing emotional intelligence, self-awareness is the starting point for any meaningful progress. Another critical element of continuous improvement is a commitment to learning. High achievers are lifelong learners who are always looking for ways to expand their knowledge and capabilities. This could mean reading books, attending workshops, seeking mentorship, or pursuing new certification. Learning isn't limited to formal education. It's about seeking new experiences and challenging yourself to grow. Every piece of new information or skill acquired contributes to your overall progress. In a world that is constantly changing, the most successful individuals understand that staying still is not an option. The willingness to learn, adapt, and innovate keeps them at the cutting edge of their field. Equally important is the habit of reflection. Continuous improvement requires periodic evaluation of progress. High achievers understand that success isn't always linear and that setbacks are a natural part of the journey. By reflecting on past experiences, both successes and failures, they gain valuable insights that guide their next steps. Reflection allows them to pinpoint what worked, what didn't, and why. This process helps them avoid repeating mistakes and enables them to adjust their strategies accordingly. When you take the time to reflect, you create a cycle of improvement where each experience builds on the last, making you more efficient and effective over time. A commitment to continuous improvement also means embracing feedback. Whether it comes from mentors, peers, or even criticism from others, feedback is a powerful tool for growth. People who focus on continuous improvement are open to receiving feedback because they recognize it as a gift that can help them identify blind spots and areas of improvement. They don't take feedback personally or see it as an attack. Instead, they view it as an opportunity to learn. This openness to feedback fosters an environment where growth is prioritized over ego, allowing individuals to take constructive criticism in stride and use it to propel themselves forward. Furthermore, continuous improvement involves consistency. It's not about making huge leaps in a short amount of time. It's about making small incremental improvements on a daily basis. Over time, these small improvements compound into significant progress. High achievers understand that consistency is the key to long-term success. They build habits that support their growth, such as setting aside time each day for learning, practicing their craft, or reflecting on their goals. These daily actions, when performed consistently, create momentum that propels them toward their desired outcomes. Another essential aspect of continuous improvement is goal setting. While improvement is an ongoing process, setting short-term and long-term goals helps to create a clear path forward. Goals provide direction and purpose, giving you something to strive toward. When setting goals for improvement, it's important to make them both challenging and attainable. Each goal should stretch you beyond your comfort zone, but still be within reach with effort and perseverance. Achieving these smaller goals along the way provides a sense of accomplishment and fuels motivation, making it easier to continue on the path of improvement. Lastly, a focus on continuous improvement encourages resilience. The road to success is rarely smooth, and high achievers understand that setbacks are inevitable. What separates those who achieve greatness from those who fall short is the ability to persevere in the face of adversity. Continuous improvement requires the courage to keep going even when progress is slow or obstacles seem insurmountable. Those who embrace the mindset of continuous improvement are not discouraged by failure. Instead, they see it as an opportunity to learn, adapt, and become stronger. Each challenge faced becomes a lesson in resilience, and each failure serves as a stepping stone toward greater achievement. Taking full responsibility for your life is one of the most empowering decisions you can make. It means acknowledging that you are the architect of your own destiny, not a passive passenger to circumstances or the actions of others. This mindset is powerful because it shifts the focus from external factors like luck or fate to your own actions, decisions, and responses. When you take full responsibility for your life, you stop waiting for things to happen and instead make them happen. You own your successes, your failures, and everything in between. The first step in taking responsibility for your life is recognizing that you are in control of your choices. Every day you are faced with decisions that shape your future. Whether it's how you spend your time, whom you associate with, or how you respond to challenges, these choices are yours alone. High achievers understand that their life is the sum of the decisions they make. They do not blame others or external circumstances for where they are in life. Instead, they acknowledge that their current situation is the result of their past choices. This awareness empowers them to take deliberate, intentional actions that move them closer to their goal. This sense of personal responsibility extends to how you respond to challenges and setbacks. Life is full of obstacles, but those who take responsibility don't make excuses or play the victim. Instead, they look for solutions. They see challenges as opportunities to grow and learn rather than as roadblocks. This mindset allows them to remain resilient in the face of adversity. Instead of feeling defeated, they take proactive steps to overcome obstacles, viewing each setback as a learning experience that ultimately contributes to their growth. They ask themselves, what can I learn from this, and how can I do better next time, rather than assigning blame or making excuses. Taking responsibility also means not relying on others to define your success. It's easy to fall into the trap of looking to others for validation or waiting for someone else to take the lead. However, the driven individual understands that they must chart their own course. They do not wait for permission, and they do not depend on others' approval to pursue their dreams. They take ownership of their goals and actively work toward them without needing external validation. By taking responsibility for their own success, they remove the dependency on others and realize that their future is entirely in their hands. Moreover, taking responsibility means being honest with yourself about your strengths and weaknesses. It's easy to focus on external factors when things go wrong, but true growth comes from self-reflection and self-awareness. People who take responsibility do not make excuses for their shortcomings. Instead, they own up to their mistakes and seek ways to improve. This honest evaluation of yourself allows you to identify areas of improvement and take actionable steps toward personal development. When you acknowledge where you need to grow, you can actively work on those areas, whether it's developing new skills, improving your mindset, or changing old habits. In addition, taking responsibility involves embracing the consequences of your actions. Everything you do or fail to do has an impact on your life. High achievers understand that they cannot escape the results of their choices. If they make a mistake, they own up to it, learn from it, and adjust their approach. They do not pass the blame or try to avoid the consequence. They take full responsibility for their actions, recognizing that by doing so they maintain control over their future. This accountability is key to their success because it enables them to learn, grow, and make better decisions moving forward. Taking responsibility also requires the courage to change. It's easy to fall into patterns of behavior and mindset that feel comfortable, but if they aren't serving your goals, you must take responsibility for shifting them. The willingness to step out of your comfort zone and embrace change is a defining characteristic of those who succeed. It may require letting go of old habits, challenging limiting beliefs, or facing fears, but by taking responsibility for your own transformation, you open the door to greater opportunities and personal growth. Those who are willing to change and take full ownership of their evolution are the ones who achieve lasting success. Finally, taking full responsibility for your life means being proactive rather than reactive. It's about anticipating challenges and making decisions that align with your long-term goals. Instead of waiting for things to happen to you, you take action to create the outcomes you desire. High achievers do not wait for circumstances to change. They take the initiative to shape their own reality. They understand that the more proactive they are in taking responsibility for their actions and decisions, the more control they have over their future. This proactive approach sets them apart from those who merely react to life's challenges, as they are constantly in the driver's seat, steering their own course towards success. Self-discipline is often the defining factor between those who achieve their goals and those who do not. It is the ability to consistently act in alignment with your values, goals, and long-term vision, regardless of short-term temptations, distractions, or setbacks. Self-discipline is not a trait that comes naturally to most people. It is cultivated over time through practice, commitment, and perseverance. It's about mastering your impulses and maintaining focus on what truly matters, even when it's difficult or inconvenient. Developing self-discipline is the key to unlocking your full potential and ensuring that you stay on track to achieve your aspirations. At the core of self-discipline is the ability to delay gratification. In today's world, where instant rewards are just a click away, delaying gratification is increasingly difficult, but it is also more important than ever. People who develop self-discipline understand that true success requires them to prioritize long-term goals over short-term pleasures. They know that the rewards of today's hard work will pay off exponentially in the future. Whether it's resisting the urge to procrastinate, avoiding distractions, or saying no to immediate pleasures, those with self-discipline are able to make the sacrifices necessary to secure a greater reward down the line. One of the first steps in developing self-discipline is creating a clear structure for your life. Without a roadmap, it's easy to lose focus and fall into bad habits. Those who possess strong self-discipline establish routines and set clear expectations for themselves. They understand that success does not happen by accident. It's a result of consistent, deliberate actions. By creating habits that support their goals and sticking to those routines, they eliminate the need for constant decision-making, reducing the mental energy required to stay disciplined. This structure becomes the foundation on which their success is built. In order to develop self-discipline, it's essential to set clear and achievable goals. Self-discipline thrives when there is a clear sense of purpose. Without a specific target, it's difficult to stay motivated and focused. Individuals with self-discipline are committed to setting goals that are both meaningful and challenging. These goals give them something to strive toward, and they use these objectives to guide their action. They are willing to make the sacrifices necessary to achieve those goals, even when the process is difficult or requires them to step out of their comfort zone. The stronger the connection to the goal, the more motivated they will be to maintain their discipline throughout the journey. However, self-discipline is not about being rigid or overly harsh with yourself. It's about balance and consistency. Developing self-discipline involves recognizing when to push yourself and when to give yourself a break. Successful individuals are not immune to fatigue or burnout. They understand that rest and recovery are essential components of the process. Self-discipline is about pacing yourself, knowing when to keep going and when to recharge. This balance allows you to maintain a high level of productivity without sacrificing your well-being. They know that self-discipline is not about rigidly following a schedule at all costs, but about staying committed while also being flexible when necessary. Another key component of self-discipline is accountability. When you hold yourself accountable for your actions, you increase your commitment to the process. People who develop strong self-discipline often find ways to track their progress and keep themselves accountable to their goals. This could mean keeping a daily journal, using productivity tools, or sharing your goals with someone who will help you stay on track. Accountability helps you stay focused and ensures that you don't let small setbacks or distractions derail your progress. It's much harder to break a commitment when you know that you're answerable to someone or something. Self-discipline also involves managing your environment. Your surroundings have a significant influence on your behavior and ability to stay disciplined. If you are constantly surrounded by distractions or temptations, it becomes much harder to stay on task. High achievers recognize this and take proactive steps to eliminate or minimize distractions. They create an environment that supports their goals, whether it's a clutter-free workspace, limiting access to social media during work hours, or surrounding themselves with people who support their ambition. By consciously controlling your environment, you reduce the likelihood of falling prey to distractions, allowing you to stay focused and disciplined. Ultimately, developing self-discipline is a process that takes time, effort, and commitment. It is not an overnight transformation, but a gradual shift in mindset and behavior. Every time you successfully resist temptation, make a choice that aligns with your goals, or push through a moment of discomfort, you strengthen your self-discipline. Like any skill, self-discipline requires practice. Each step you take builds your mental toughness and makes the next challenge easier to overcome. As you continue to practice self-discipline, it becomes more natural, and you develop the ability to consistently take actions that move you closer to your long-term success. The more you commit to developing this discipline, the more powerful it becomes in shaping your future. Mastering time management is one of the most important skills you can develop on the path to success. Time is a finite resource, and how you use it ultimately determines the level of success you achieve. Time management is not about working harder or longer. It's about working smarter and prioritizing the tasks that will move you closest to your goal. Those who master time management are able to focus their energy on high-impact activities, eliminating distractions, and optimizing their schedules to maximize productivity. Time once lost can never be recovered, so learning to manage it effectively is essential for anyone striving for greatness. The first step in mastering time management is understanding the value of your time. Successful individuals recognize that time is their most valuable asset, more so than money or any other resource. They know that every minute spent on a non-productive task is time they could have invested in something that aligns with their goals. This awareness drives them to make conscious decisions about how they spend their time. When you treat your time as precious, you become more intentional about where you direct your focus and how you allocate your energy. This mindset shift is the foundation of effective time management. One of the most powerful tools for mastering time management is the ability to prioritize. Not all tasks are created equal, and understanding which tasks will have the most significant impact on your goals is key to effective time management. Successful individuals practice the art of prioritization by identifying tasks that are urgent, important, or both. They are not bogged down by minor distractions or unimportant tasks. Instead, they focus on the high-value activities that will propel them toward their desired outcome. This involves learning how to say no to tasks that do not align with your objectives, allowing you to free up time for what truly matters. To master time management, it is also crucial to plan ahead. Those who excel in managing their time understand the importance of setting clear goals and breaking them down into actionable steps. They don't wait until the last minute to figure out what needs to be done. They plan in advance, ensuring that they are always working on the right tasks at the right time. Planning ahead also helps prevent unnecessary stress and last-minute rushes, as you already have a roadmap for how to tackle your day, week, or month. By setting clear, achievable goals and creating a schedule to follow, you take the guesswork out of your daily routine, which increases efficiency and reduces time wasted on indecision. An essential part of time management is learning how to minimize distractions. In today's hyper-connected world, distractions are everywhere, whether it's social media, constant notifications, or even internal distractions like worry or lack of focus. Those who master time management recognize the need to eliminate or minimize these distractions to maintain their productivity. They create environments that are conducive to focus, such as setting specific times for checking emails or social media, working in quiet spaces, or using tools that block distracting websites. By controlling your environment and reducing external disruptions, you are able to stay fully immersed in the task at hand, which significantly enhances your productivity. In addition to eliminating distractions, effective time management involves learning how to manage energy. Successful individuals know that productivity is not just about how much time you put in, but how much energy you invest in those hours. They recognize that there are certain times of day when their energy levels are higher, and they use those periods to tackle their most demanding tasks. Conversely, they reserve the less demanding tasks for times when their energy is lower. Mastering energy management means being mindful of when you're most productive and aligning your work schedule with your natural rhythm. This practice helps to avoid burnout and ensures that you're working at peak efficiency when it matters most. Another important strategy for mastering time management is delegation. Time is limited, and there are many tasks that can be done by someone else. High achievers understand that they cannot do everything themselves, nor should they. Delegating tasks that do not require your unique skills or attention allows you to focus on what you do best. It frees up your time to work on high-priority projects, and it also empowers others to take ownership of their responsibilities. Learning how to delegate effectively is a crucial skill for scaling your efforts and ensuring that your time is being used most effectively. Finally, mastering time management involves embracing the concept of continuous improvement. Just like any other skill, time management requires practice and adjustment. Successful individuals regularly assess how they're spending their time and look for areas where they can improve. They reflect on what is working and what isn't, and make necessary adjustments to their routines and habits. Over time, this leads to greater efficiency and a more refined approach to managing time. Mastering time management is an ongoing process, and as you learn from your experiences and fine-tune your methods, you will be able to make better use of your time, leading to greater success and fulfillment. A positive mental attitude is more than just a mindset. It's a powerful force that shapes your reality and influences every aspect of your life. Maintaining a positive attitude is essential for overcoming challenges, managing stress, and staying motivated in the pursuit of your goals. While external circumstances may fluctuate, your attitude is something that you can control, and it has the power to determine how you respond to life's ups and downs. People who maintain a positive mental attitude consistently see opportunities where others see obstacles, and they believe that success is within their reach, no matter the hurdles they face. At the heart of a positive mental attitude is optimism. Optimism is the belief that things can and will get better, even when faced with adversity. Those who adopt this mindset understand that challenges are temporary and that they can be overcome with persistence and effort. Rather than focusing on what went wrong or the difficulty ahead, they focus on solutions and the potential for improvement. Optimism creates a sense of hope, which is vital for staying motivated when times are tough. When you maintain a hopeful outlook, you are more likely to take proactive steps towards solving problems rather than feeling overwhelmed or defeated. A positive mental attitude also involves cultivating gratitude. Gratitude shifts your focus from what is lacking in your life to what is abundant. When you regularly practice gratitude, you train your mind to see the good in every situation, no matter how challenging. Grateful individuals understand that even in times of struggle, there are lessons to be learned and opportunities for growth. They focus on the positives in their lives, whether it's their health, relationships, or progress toward their goals, and this focus reinforces their positive attitude. By consistently acknowledging what you are thankful for, you create an inner sense of contentment and fulfillment, which supports your mental resilience and ability to stay positive. In addition to optimism and gratitude, maintaining a positive mental attitude requires managing your self-talk. The way you speak to yourself shapes your perception of the world and your ability to handle challenges. Negative self-talk, such as doubting your abilities or focusing on your flaws, can quickly erode your confidence and motivation. On the other hand, positive self-talk, affirming your strengths, acknowledging your progress, and reminding yourself of your capabilities, helps you stay focused and confident in your journey. Successful individuals understand the power of their inner dialogue and intentionally replace self-doubt with self-empowerment. They understand that the way they speak to themselves directly influences the actions they take and the results they achieve. Furthermore, maintaining a positive mental attitude involves embracing resilience. Life is full of setbacks, but those with a positive attitude don't let failures define them. Instead of being discouraged by mistakes or obstacles, they view them as part of the process. Resilience allows them to bounce back stronger after adversity and remain focused on their goals despite challenges. People with a positive attitude take ownership of their setbacks, learn from them, and use them as motivation to keep going. They understand that failure is not permanent, and they are able to maintain their forward momentum by focusing on the bigger picture and their long-term vision. Another key aspect of maintaining a positive mental attitude is surrounding yourself with positive influence. The people you spend time with have a profound impact on your mindset. Those who are consistently negative or critical can drag you down, while those who are supportive, optimistic, and encouraging lift you up. Successful individuals intentionally seek out relationships with people who share their positive outlook and who inspire them to be the best version of themselves. By surrounding yourself with positivity, you reinforce your own positive mental attitude, and you are more likely to stay motivated and focused on your goals. The right support system can act as a powerful source of encouragement and strength during difficult times. Maintaining a positive attitude also requires focusing on solutions rather than problems. When faced with challenges, it's easy to become overwhelmed and fixate on the difficulties at hand. However, a positive mental attitude involves shifting your focus from the problem itself to potential solutions. This mindset helps you maintain a sense of control as you approach obstacles with a mindset of possibility rather than complaining or getting stuck in negative thinking. You take proactive steps to solve the issue. By focusing on solutions, you empower yourself to take action and move forward, which ultimately leads to greater success. Finally, maintaining a positive mental attitude requires practicing self-compassion. It's easy to be hard on yourself when things don't go as planned, but a positive mindset involves being kind to yourself in those moments of struggle. High achievers understand that perfection is not the goal, and that it's okay to make mistakes and experience setbacks. Self-compassion allows you to acknowledge your shortcomings without being overly critical or judgmental. This nurturing attitude helps you maintain your confidence and self-esteem, even when things are challenging. By treating yourself with the same kindness and understanding that you would offer to a friend, you create a foundation of emotional resilience that supports your continued growth and success. In conclusion, adopting a driven mindset is not an overnight transformation. It is a continuous journey of growth, resilience, and commitment. By developing a clear sense of purpose, taking full responsibility for your life, and consistently practicing discipline, time management, and positivity, you lay the foundation for lasting success. Remember, the path to greatness is not without its challenges, but with the right mindset, every obstacle becomes an opportunity, every failure becomes a lesson, and every setback becomes a step forward. Stay focused on your goals, believe in your potential, and remain persistent in your pursuit of excellence. The power to shape your future lies within you, and with a driven mindset, there is no limit to what you can achieve.